This FCA season preview is brought to you by Wiffles Hybrids. More than a number.
Optimism is riding high for the Orion Chargers, and so is the reality that this team has got a special season in front of them. They did the work in the offseason to make that happen, and the attitude is off the charts.
I really like the chemistry of this team. I like the togetherness of it. I mean, just going back to, after how the last season kind of ended, kind of all had a sour taste in our mouths. We were kind of disappointed. And what it taught us is not to take things for granted, I think, a little bit, and to go back to kind of our roots, go back to our foundation, and re-emphasize some rules that maybe we haven't had, or some expectations like into our program that maybe we were kind of loose with. Just tighten up some loose ends. These guys have really bought into that, and on top of what we've done in the past, how we practice and everything, they've just taken it to an entire new level. They're really, truly a joy to be around.
You guys are go too. Even in practice, talk about the value of that you guys want to play at a different speed too.
Oh yeah, that'll help a lot, because if you go against a team and it's deep in the fourth quarter and they're all out of shape, if we're just going and going, they're going to get tired and wore down, and that's when we're going to really pull through.
And being with each other is just amazing. We all get along, we bond really well together. Just the way everything flows seems to be perfect. I think we're going to have a good season.
What are some components that are in place that know that the possibilities there for really good things this year too?
I mean, with us working really well together, I think that builds up our chances for going farther in the season. I mean, you work better together, that's going to help you on and off the field.
I think it starts off with the line. We have a pretty strong line. Worked all hard this summer, did great in the weight room, and our running backs, I know that I am, and I'm sure the other guys can trust our line a lot. And I think that's very important, that we have that trust, and then we know they'll do their job, and then we can do our job off of them.
Coach Chip Filler can rely on a strong senior class from the talent department and leadership. And the juniors are phenomenal as well, led by recent Iowa commit Logan Lee, who's made sure humility has been woven through the entire recruiting process.
The biggest thing is just working hard in practice and being able to show them that I'm accountable and be the hardest worker possible, so they know I won't let them down.
As you've been on this whirlwind, was there a time you were pinching yourself and now it's like, kind of no, and now I can just enjoy being a high school football player?
Yeah, I'm really glad. I really enjoyed the process, but I'm glad it slowed down and it's over now, because I'm just ready to focus on high school football.
We don't want 1 star, we want 40 stars. And I think, through all this process, through all the hype or whatever you might call it, our kids have really embraced it. I don't think there's been any kind of jealousy, because he's never brought that on him. He would rather do everything behind the scenes, and if he could have signed with Iowa without anybody knowing, I think that would have been his ideal thing. But that wasn't the case, and that's not the world that we live in. But I think our seniors, I think our juniors, I think all that, they've embraced that, and he's kind of opened the door for, I think, a lot of kids to get a lot of looks. I mean, we've got a lot of good football players here, and hopefully this kind of brings Orion on the map, where people are going to come out and watch us.
Orion High School has an outstanding Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddle. If you're looking for information and how to start a huddle at your school, you can contact me or check out our website at ILLOWAFCA.org. With this FCA season preview, I'm Dan Pearson.
Let's go! Work at it!
Let's go! Come on! Push it!
Come on!
Come on, Billy, you got it! You got it! Come on, man, you got it! Get there! Get there! Get there! They got it?
Go one more.